Sure.
41-pound Campbell.
You can use plug it running, like you just gotta put it somewhere.
It's not like your bowling bag, that has a 12-pound bag ball in it.
Big door. Yeah. Yeah. Where's it? Don't they have like 7?
Yeah.
You should picture these guys on.
Not yet. Just yourself. Wait till you say go.
30 seconds. Somehow. Which one? It's the last one.
Good for kid, but it's license. It's gotta be some kind of license. You.
So yeah, the one inside, I think these things, yeah.
Hey, Dean, could I get you to send these notifications to a different email address or a secondary one? The reason I'm using the one I'm using is because a long time ago, every time Jamie would send me something, we never figured out why, but something was stripping all the attachments every time. So I don't think I've had the problem. So keep the one you're sending it to, but include this one.
You guys ready?
Steve at moresigns.biz.
Okay, we're going to call the February monthly graphics commission meeting into session. Do we have any preliminary matters before we get started?
We do have one case that will be tabling. That will be, let's see, case number
Three, probably.
3, no, 2.
Oh.
East Campus 2 Boulevard, GC 25-054.
Okay. Is anyone here from that case? Please come forward. And am I correct? You wish to table GC 25-054, 400 East Campus View Boulevard? Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead, please.
I do.
Okay. Am I correct that you'd like to table this case? I'll say it again for Tony, GC 25-054, 400 East Campus View Boulevard.
That is correct.
Okay, can I have a motion to table this case?
I'd like to give you a motion to table GC 25-054.
Do I have a second? Okay, we can vote on it.
Yes. Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Hoy,
Yes.
Miss Augustine, Mr. Rumbaugh,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Chair Cooperman.
Yes, and your case is tabled. Thank you.
I don't want to be too difficult, but can we have her state her name for the record
Yes, Meredith Higgins
on behalf of?
on behalf of the champion companies.
Did you
Thank
get that? Need it spelled? Okay. Would you like to swear in everyone else in the room now?
They might provide some testimony will be true to the best of their ability.
Yeah, we do.
Very good. Let's call the first case, application number GC 25-051, 660 Neal Avenue. Please come forward.
All right.
Mr. Kirk.
Yes, 660 Neal Avenue is located at the southeast corner of West Poplar Avenue and Neal Avenue. It's part of the Victorian Village Commission, and the existing zoning is R4 residential district. The 0.18 acre site is currently developed with a fuel station. Surrounding uses include single unit and multi-unit dwellings to the north, south, east, and west. The applicant proposes to install a fuel pricing sign and fuel station canopy sign, though I believe that has been revised to just the full fuel pricing sign. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow for a fuel pricing sign with automatic changeable copy and internal illumination, as you see here. The Division of Planning has no comments on the proposal, and with the sign now remaining in its existing location instead of being moved to the corner, the Division of Traffic Management's previous comments have also been resolved. The Victorian Village Commission has issued a certificate of appropriateness for this proposal, as you can see here with the stamp affixed. And City Department's recommendation is likewise that of approval. Staff recommend approval as the proposed sign has been revised to remain in the same location as the existing sign, mitigating any potential changes to vision clearance. The automatic changeable copy is also supported as it is limited to displaying fuel pricing information. Chair.
Can you please state your name? For the
Lori Williams.
Okay, go ahead and present your case.
Okay, so we are in the Victorian Village, so we would like to get this sign upgraded to display the automatic changeable copy. We will not be doing the LED message board there as well. We just want to display the regular pricers and reface the current cabinet that's there. It's had a lot of damage done to it because of the location from like Pepsi trucks and things of that nature. And also needs to be brought up to BP standards with their new image. So that's what we're asking for today.
So you're saying on that picture, the LED message is not included anymore?
That's correct, yes. So they have decided they no longer want that. We went ahead and didn't have the COA revised just because they're dropping it. So it would just remain just a panel there. So no lighting there at all.
Do you have a revised drawing to see?
I actually do not, because I didn't even realize that was up there. So
This is what we have.
yeah, that is what
You have the one without it or the one we're looking?
This is what we have, what is showing.
yes.
The
I didn't realize that was what you had.
sign dimension stays the same. It's just
Correct.
blank.
So no increase in sizes or anything of that nature, and keeping the same structure as well. So
So will it just say blank there or
So
will it be
it-
some static message?
they have the option through BP to have their store name there, which they have not decided what they're going to put there. So right now it would be just a blank panel.
So a space holder for future.
It's just a space
text.
holder. Yeah. And it would, if it were anything to go in there, it would be just a panel, no illumination, no animation.
Do we need any kind of condition to submit an updated plan or?
An updated certificate of appropriateness. Without the message below, it would be less against code, I would imagine. Do you have any input on
Did you
that?
say that they're revising the certificate of appropriateness, or you did not ask for a revise?
Well, I didn't ask for a revision on it just because we were dropping, we weren't asking for anything more. We were just going back, taking it back to, leaving it how it is, pretty much. We're asking for the,
I think that's
a
fine. As
pricer,
far as the
yeah.
COA goes, we would want an updated plan
sure.
for zoning purposes, but I think the COA is probably fine as is.
Okay, so you're good with us making a condition that you'll submit
Absolutely.
updated plan to city staff? Okay. Does anyone have any questions? I have a motion to adopt the finding of fact. Anyone in the audience want to speak to this? Okay, then. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt the finding of facts as stated by staff in the applicant.
We can vote.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Hoy,
Yes.
Ms. Augustine, Mr. Rumbaugh,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Cavalaris,
Yes.
Chair Cooperman.
Yes, and now can I have a motion to approve the application?
I'll make a motion to approve application GC 25-051.
No second.
Mr. Hoy,
Yes.
Ms. Augustine,
Yes.
Mr. Rumbaugh,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Cavalaris,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Chair Cooperman.
Yes, and you're approved with
Thank
that condition.
Okay.
Thank you. We're going to number 3 now, right?
Correct.
Next case, GC 25-056 5091 East Main Street. Please come forward.
All right. 5091 East Main Street is located on the south side of East Main Street, approximately 100 feet east of Manfeld Drive. It is part of the Mid-East Area Commission, and existing zoning is CAC Community Activity Center District. The 2.09 acre site is currently developed with a shopping center. Surrounding uses include an eating and drinking establishment to the north, single unit dwellings to the south, charter school to the east, and an office to the west. The applicant proposes to install an off-premises multi-tenant sign. The applicant is requesting variances to increase the total number of ground signs along each abutting road from 1 to 2, to allow a pole-style sign where only monument-style signs would be allowed, increase the total allowable height of a ground sign from 12 feet to 18 feet 5 inches, decrease the percent of the sign area to be non-changeable copy from 50% to 17.3%, increase the number of tenant panels from 4 to 8 per face, increase the percentage of sign area dedicated to changeable copy from 50% to 82.7%, allow for a pole sign to be installed where otherwise prohibited, allow for the identification portion of the sign for the entire use to be 17.3% where only 50% would be allowed, and to allow for 2 permanent ground signs to be directed towards the same street. The last 2, this sign here is what would be requiring those variances, speaking to 2 signs. There is an existing sign that is also getting a reface, but the reface itself isn't requiring any variances, just the fact that it would be a second sign directed towards the street. Division of Planning has no comments. The Division of Traffic Management likewise has no comments. And the Mideast Area Commission has recommended approval of the proposal. City Department's recommendation, however, is that of disapproval. Staff recommends disapproval of the requested variances. The proposed tenant panel sign is located well within the shopping center itself rather than being oriented towards the street. And given that the main function of a tenant panel sign is to inform motorists on the main road of the various tenants in an associated shopping center, this sign doesn't serve its main purpose. By the time the tenant panel is visible to a motorist, they would already be in the parking lot of the shopping center in question. And there's little need for a large multi-tenant sign in the parking lot, as the individual shop signs, as shown here, for each tenant are clearly visible from the parking lot. Chair.
Hi, can you please state your name for the record?
Hello, my name is Alex Barnett, on behalf of Atlantic Sign Company and American Commercial Realty.
Get sworn in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please present your case.
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for your time today. Really, we are trying to increase visibility. I think an important fact is to take into account the approach from the other direction. It is, I mean, with the building shaped kind of like an L, you don't see those signs coming from that direction on the wall until it's almost too late to turn. This shopping center is full of small businesses, and they are really in need of proper identification to maintain the tenants that are there and to attract new high quality tenants. Visibility is a key characteristic that tenants look for a location. And these small businesses need the visibility because a on-premise sign is much more, it's a one-time cost as opposed to other marketing things such as radio, social media. So it's easier for a small business and more financially feasible for them to have these signs as opposed to other means of marketing to get their name out there and let people know they're there.
Questions?
Sure. I'm trying to see, this is the Salon Loft across the street from this.
It's across and to the west, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's just to the left, like where it starts to fade out there.
Can you explain a little bit more about your hardship? Explain to me what you mean when you're traveling in that direction, that it's difficult to see the sign.
So when you're traveling from the west, you don't see most of the wall signs until you've passed that wall that juts up right there. I mean, it's near invisible. So there's
Why is that? It's hard for me to see the sort of view, the view from of a driver. We're only looking at an aerial here.
I might be able to get a better view from the
There's a good
city's
view on street
presentation.
view.
Like, so this is a view looking from the east looking west, but this is the area that the applicant is speaking of. This.
You're talking about traveling the other direction, correct?
Correct. Coming this way. And this would be the location of the sign.
So you're going this way. What do you believe there's trouble to see or difficulty seeing?
coming from the opposite direction of this picture. because the
Oh, I got
the
it.
view is obstructed by the building.
I see.
And we believe that this is pretty in line with similar signs in the area. If you go to the second to last slide on, and there's lots of similar signs. I know, I believe the Wyandotte one on the right is technically in Whitehall, but we believe that this is just, it's still part of the character of the area.
Was there any thought to orient the Wyandotte sign or your sign like those that are sort of closer to the right of way? I just want to reuse what's there.
So for financial reasons, reusing the structural steel that's there is a much more feasible option for our client.
Go back to that one picture, the Wyandotte sign that we saw there, where, not that one, the one that had the tenants, or it was like a comparison of other.
The others.
Oh, yes. Got that. This guy.
That one, where are those signs at?
The one on the far right, the largest photo is is the shopping center directly across the street.
Is that in the city of Columbus or is that
Mm,
Whitehall?
That's what I was referencing when I said I do believe it's in the city of Whitehall, but we believe that it still impacts the character of the neighborhood.
And the reason I say it is because our current sign code for tenant panels, you're allowed X square footage, 50% of it's dedicated to the name of the center or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 50% can be divided up to 4 spaces for different tenants. And I think the reason the city code was developed that way was to help eliminate clutter like that particular one there in Whitehall. I mean, so I'm just trying to figure out how the design of your sign of changing the tenant sign is a hardship by not doing it the other way. Now granted, you can't have every single tenant listed on there. I get that, but a lot of the tenants say I'm in the so-and-so center, and that's how they find it. So for me, I'm kind of having a problem with approving a sign like that with so many, I think it was, what was it, 10 tenant sections maybe?
I
believe
let
it's
me 8 per face.
I go to page 4.
Like for you, it's not just the location, it's the sign itself.
Hmm?
It's not just the location, it's the sign itself, right?
Well,
So,
for the city of Columbus, or city of Columbus, it's like I described.
like if that sign was still located in the right of way, it's still an issue.
Yeah.
Or located perfectly, I just,
Let's see how it would change.
So I guess my question to that would be how does the landlord decide who does not get a tenant panel?
A lot of them go by the square footage that they rent and the tenancy, how
That would
long
be
they've
called a
been there.
negotiation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Could I make it's on, okay, right there. I'd like to make this comment. The sign for the shops at Wyandotte, all kinds of different colors, kinds of different logos. I have a problem with that. If the board were to entertain even the idea that we approve this, I would suggest that there be a condition that the font all be the same color. So it doesn't get cluttered up as that one across the street.
I believe that's fair.
I don't know that, I can't say the board's going to approve it,
No,
but
I
that's a comment, that a condition that I would like to see put on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would also help with the concern about visual clutter. I think that's a very good idea.
Go ahead, Lolita.
I guess in my mind with your hardship that you stated, I don't see where there would be difference in anybody being able to see it, even though the names are on there. So I'm guessing, I don't understand, are you saying that people can't see the signs that's on the actual building?
Correct.
Okay.
And you can see that current Wyandotte sign when you're approaching west to east, long before you can see the wall signs that are parallel to the road. Having it a sign perpendicular to the road gives a lot more visibility.
Go to page 4.
Yes.
So the city's view is that that is a pole sign.
I believe, yes. I believe the condition, because the skirt that's being provided around it is significantly trunked
Stepped in.
in from the actual, like width of this
Mhm.
graphic area itself. That is my understanding.
As opposed to what, monument sign?
Yeah.
Monument sign, yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't hear you guys.
City staff would consider it to be a pole sign, not a monument sign.
We've had signs in the past that like provide that skirt that which it's effectively sitting on a pole, but with a skirt to make it seem like it's a monument sign. But usually that skirt matches the width of the graphic area itself.
Right.
But if that were a monument sign, that would that even change your opinion?
I mean, for this case, no. It's one of many variances. So
Right.
it would solve that variance, but there are others that the city has more indigestion about.
Is staff's in support of how the code's written, 50% of it's Wyandotte Center, and then, okay. I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way the code is written. That's 50%. What was it? 50% has to be
50%
for the center itself.
And
Yeah.
four panels.
Yeah, correct.
Mhm.
That's the code we have right now.
Has the applicant worked with you at all to try to get staff comfortable?
We haven't broached that yet. We could, if the applicant wants to table, because there are other cases that are the same owner. This property owner has several similar shopping centers with similar signs like this. So you'll be seeing a few more of these in coming months. This was just the first one that got on an agenda. So we could, if the applicant wants to table, we could table and then take a look at this case and the other cases and get them to a point that's more acceptable.
I don't think so. But, and in the time I've been on the commission, I can't remember really deviating from the code on how tenant signs are. I mean, do you remember any particular cases that?
In terms of like how many there are, or
50%, and then the other 50% is divided into four, for the 4 tenant panels. In essence, you could have 5, you have 5 tenants listed, but the top one's going to have the bigger name or whatever.
I think there's fact specific as well. I mean,
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of it also has to do with the particular fact pattern here of the fact that it is more well, according to code, it is oriented towards the street, but it is so far removed from the street that if the objective is to advertise which tenants are in this shopping center, you would think you'd want that closer to the street was the city's position.
But that setback might have been established to get the square footage it's at now at
Potentially.
some point.
Yeah.
Because the farther back you are, the bigger square footage you got.
Correct. So it could incur a different variance, but that might be a variance that the city would be.
But that might be driven, that might have driven why it's so far back off the
Potentially.
right away. And probably the traffic pattern across the front of it
Right.
would help that. One thing I also want to point out is when I'm looking at a street view,
Mhm.
looks like there's been some landscaping in the tree line.
Oh,
Where you can see
on
it.
like the street trees?
Street trees. And
Yeah.
They're gonna get bigger and they're gonna block some of this. So
That is one we found with, again, the other sites that
Yeah.
have a similar fact pattern. A lot of them have more mature trees and that does.
so
become-
there's gonna be a visual issue about whether they see the wall signs or. But it's just another thing I wanted to point out.
Is yours?
I have a question. How many tenants are in this? You may have said it. How many tenants are in this location?
There is 8 currently. 8 spaces, yes.
Mike, I was granted a variance for a similar situation at Hard and Smoky Road.
Did we do one like that?
Yeah, and the condition was that the font be the same. and-
Make sure you're speaking into your microphone, please.
Oh, I'll turn these things up.
Fair.
The font was, the condition was that my font was the same and the color was the same. And there are two more up on Campus View. They're a lot older, but I think they're part of the development plan. The large ones for the cinema.
Oh, yeah, back.
There's two of them.
back-
There's one on Campus View and one back in the development that has, that's outside of that code, but I believe that was part of the development plan.
There are several up Campus View Boulevard. Actually, the one that tabled was Campus View as well, and a lot of them have like CPD
Yeah.
limitations as well for their graphics.
Right.
I think you should request a table. I'm not sure if there's support for this, and I think
Right.
it would you to work with city staff and come up with a solution that they can recommend. I, for one, am not convinced there's a hardship to justify what you're trying to accomplish in however many 8, 9 variances you're requesting.
Can I ask what the table fee is?
150?
There is one.
Good. Yeah, there is a tabling fee.
it's-
I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. The
Oh.
Development Commission tabling fee is 300, so I would imagine it would be in that ballpark.
It's a lot
It's a
cheaper
lot
than
than-
losing. And
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I just
We-
want to
we-
know what to tell my client.
we can
yeah.
look up the fee currently.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it is a little. It's if it's a commercial site, I believe it is more than like the 300 is usually for a residential.
I want to say I read somewhere at 500.
Well, yeah, cheaper for residential, but since this is a commercial site, is what I'm saying, this would be more than
I had
that.
no idea there was a fee.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
very special.
Learn something every day.
Oh, I see what you're
I
saying.
just
Yeah, it's
looked
like
at that fee
150
schedule.
for residential.
I just looked at that fee schedule. I can't remember what it is.
Okay. Yeah, let's table it. Or make a request to table it.
I caught what you were saying.
Can I have a motion to table this case, GC 25056?
I'll make a motion to table GC 25-056.
I'll second
That's
it.
Mike did.
Augustine,
Yes.
Mr. Rumbaugh,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Cavalaris,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Hoy,
Yes.
Chair Cooperman.
Yes, and your case is tabled. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next case, GC 25-0524048 Morse Road. Please come forward. And this is the packet you.
Yeah.
Process of elimination.
Yes. 4048 Morse Road is located on the north side of Morse Road. Oh, I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Trimmer.
No one's listening. 4048 Morse Road is located on the north side of Morse Road, approximately 600 feet east of Stelzer Road. It is zoned C4 commercial and part of the Northland Community Council. The site is developed with a retail center. Surrounding uses are a retail center to the south, an east Interstate 270 to the west, and a hotel to the north. The applicant proposes to add tenant panels to an existing sign. A variance is being, or a graphics plan is being requested to permit a tenant panel on a shared freestanding sign located on an adjacent parcel. Planning has no comment on the proposal. Division of Traffic Management has no comment, and the Northland Community Council recommends approval with a vote of 16-0. Staff can recommend approval as the proposed signage is consistent with the surrounding commercial development pattern and is not egregious in size or scale. Chair.
Hi, can you please state your name for the record?
My name's David Michael, and I'm here on behalf of Veg ER for Pets. Like staff said, we're looking to have a presence on a freestanding sign that is on the adjacent parcel. And you'll see on page 3, it's a more zoomed in photo of the site plan. And on the bottom left corner, you'll see there's the pylon called out there, which is 16 feet off of our parcel there. And if we keep going through here, you can kind of see, are you able to go back one page? Oh. Missing page 4.
Site plan.
Anyway, it's basically just showing traffic patterns. So this would be the earliest you would be able to, maybe a couple feet before this picture was taken, but this would be the earliest you'd be able, if you could go to the there you go. Awesome. It's probably the earliest you can see the sign before, well, once you get past the trees on the right. And as you can see, there's a building sign there as well, but it's parallel to the road, and we would just like to have a little bit more of a presence for motorists driving by, just so they can have something to get their bearings, I guess, is like, okay, there it is. And then they can, that freestanding sign will then lead them to the building. So this is the east side of the sign. This is really going to be the only visible side of the sign for motorists. If you're traveling eastbound, looking at the west side of the sign, it's across all those lanes of traffic median, and there's a bunch of trees and stuff. So you might be able to get the colors here and there as if you're kind of not, but the sign's not really visible from the other vantage point. And you'll have to do a U-turn to get to the destination. If you're traveling eastbound, you'll make a U-turn at the light and then come back, and you'll have this view corridor and be able to turn right into the parcel. So basically the grounds for why we're asking for presence on an off-premise sign is just the vantage point to the building. There's not much visibility to the building or the building signs unless you're physically looking at the building, which may be difficult while you're driving, or if you're in the parking lot, you'll be able to see the sign over the front door. But essentially, we want to help our motorists ease their way onto the parcel and safely maneuver their way. Especially, it's a 24/7 emergency service for pets. So, you'd have whatever's happening with your pet and it's in the middle of the night, you got to get somewhere, you're kind of panicking, it would be nice to have a little assistance to get you to where you're going.
What does VEG stand for? Just curious.
Veterinary Emergency Group.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyone have any questions?
I do. Is the current sign illuminated?
The current sign is illuminated.
Where you're putting the veg panel?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no one there currently.
Right,
So
right.
it can be illuminated, but it's not. It's really just the electric message center that's going right now. And then there's I believe it's the hotel and
Oh, there's hotel copy at the top part.
at the very top. Yep.
Right.
So that one's already taken up there by the hotel. And I think there's 2 businesses listed.
Who owns the sign?
The sign is owned by the parcel that it's on.
Owned by
the
the
owner on the
parcel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've been in talks with them. They have no issue. I think they're not even really having plans to develop that. It's really just a parking lot. So
All right.
that was an easy approval from that landlord. And
That sign was source of a lot of controversy when it was a running EMC because
Yeah.
the previous user refused to turn the brightness down.
oh gosh.
Is there plans to reignite that EMC board?
So I'm not aware of any plans for the EMC. I just know that Veg ER for Pets is not going to have any presence on the message center. They're
Okay.
just going to we're just asking for the tenant panel. It's just
Mhm.
illuminated at night, and that's it.
But we have to look at it as a sign as a whole.
I'm just telling you, Veg has nothing to do with the
Well, yeah.
electric message center. I'm not sure if they have plans to dim it or not. They certainly should. I know that when
I don't believe it's running copy now.
that would make
Yeah.
sense
Yeah.
because I believe the previous tenant was using it, or
I
maybe the
don't
hotel.
remember. The previous tenant was maybe a furniture company
Yeah.
that was way back in the back before that building was built.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's about all the information I have on the EMC there.
Any other questions?
Mm-mm.
Would you like to speak? Please come forward and state your name for the record.
Thank you. I think you can stay if you like.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Dave Paul. I co-chair Community Council Development Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. As staff indicated, we met with Mr. Michael concerning this application at the end of January. And as indicated, our committee was fully in support of this use special permit for an off-premise graphic. There is, to Commissioner Moore's question, a little bit of a wrinkle, which doesn't, we think, affect this application, but it's probably something that needs to be cleared up. As you noted, the hotel does have a panel at the top of the sign. As far as we know, they have no special permit for an off-premise graphic. I believe that this sign at one time was on the same parcel as the hotel. It was not off-premise then. But the outlot on which this sign resides was sold to another entity, MTA Outlot LLC, and hence the hotel sign that still resides there at the top is now an off-premise graphic, but we think unpermitted. I did mention this to code enforcement, but I don't think anything's happened on it. Again, probably doesn't affect this application, shouldn't affect it. But I think the question about the EMC is valid, but we don't have an answer either. It's just kind of sitting there at this point. But the applicant did not describe to us any intent to use that message center.
So it's been off. It's been off for a long time.
I think it's been
Yeah.
off for a very long time. It may not even be functional at this point, but I speculate.
The years that have passed since that went down, the technology's completely changed, and I doubt that even get parts for that thing.
That's probably true.
So it probably doesn't function.
Well, I don't think those outside issues are relevant here.
Probably not.
Um,
Thank you for hearing them.
Any other questions?
I guess I didn't realize that this is a variance for an off-premise sign. Okay. So I didn't realize that it was a variance for an off-premise. So it's special permit? Okay, so it's different than a variance? Yes. Oh. Does the graphic submission here have special permits? Okay, okay. All right, I got it. Okay. So the sign, the veg building is not on the same parcel as the sign?
Correct.
We're sure that, okay,
Sign is 16 feet off of our parcel.
okay, all right. Well, they must have split that up pretty good then.
Apparently both of the, I don't know if it was the same time, but both of the outlots close to Morse Road were split from the larger parcel that contains the
Then it was a-
hotel, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
And right now, the parcel on which the sign resides is just a parking lot. And we have no information about any intention to use it for anything else.
Would that, if someone were build a building on that property and would they enjoy that sign as an on-premise sign? Could they use that middle section or whatever? Okay. Right. Yeah. Just to go through the regular process. Yeah, okay. Well,
You're asking whether the special permit would run with the land or run with the owner. Is that what you're asking?
well, I just want to understand that whoever owns that parcel would be allowed to use the rest of the sign.
Gotcha.
Allowed to use, I think, misleading, they would need new permits.
Well,
that need to be reviewed
right.
against standards.
But this, yeah, right. Right, okay.
Did you have to compensate to be allowed to have that sign? I mean, I don't know that even matters.
It's
to
not
us.
relevant, really. You have an
Okay, never
easement, I'm sure you negotiated.
I withdraw my question.
Can I have a motion to adopt the finding of fact?
I'll make a motion to adopt the finding of facts as stated by staff and the applicant.
Mr. Rumbaugh,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Cavalaris,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Hoy,
Yes.
Ms. Augustine, Chair Cooperman.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the application?
I'll make a motion to approve application GC 25-052.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Cavalaris,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Hoy,
Yes.
Ms. Augustine, Mr. Rumbaugh,
Yes.
Chair Cooperman.
Yes, your application's approved. Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Is there anything else or can we conclude?
That's it.
All right. Graphics meeting is now over. Thanks.
Did I miss that one?
Reintroduction. Welcome,
Thank you.
Pete.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you. You look
Yeah,
good.
it's been a year, so appreciate you guys keeping me on the panel throughout this, but it's been a heck of a year.